So we have like the network connectivity. So through the network connectivity only, we are going to enable to send the data. So when you talk about the network connectivity, we'll be discussing in the next class. So how the networks are used, what are available networks, how this data transmission takes place, all those things in the following classes. For today class, we'll be seeing the what type of informations we are going to deal in telemedicine. So this information, in the sense, this could be any form of data we'll be dealing. So this you can understand that this is very important to have for the healthcare systems. So we'll be getting all the informations related to the patient data. So this all data will be in the different forms we'll be getting. So because we'll be using a lot of equipments, the equipments will give you the different set of data. Okay. So as an example, some equipment can give the audio signal. Some equipment will be giving the data in the like a text format. So like that. Okay. So when you talk about this, so the principles of multimedia. So because we are going to deal with a lot of the informations. So this healthcare systems in the information society. So they have the structured according to the Bergman report. So the Europe and the Global Information Society. So they categorize in the three layers. Okay. So the three layers is comes with the network, what kind of the service and the applications. Okay. So the networks, so this is going to be used to carry the information, because so we know that the telemedicine practice, we are going to enable to transfer the information from the one location to the another location. So through the network, we are going to carry the information. These services, so the different the commercial the services provided. For example, now what we are using the mobile phone, we have like a network connectivity from the different service provider. So this services provider will be providing the network connectivity. So everybody is enabled to use the services and all those. Okay. So the applications point of view, so this is very dedicated solutions for the particular specific users and all those things, users groups and all those things. So this is the three layers. So this might be changing according to. So when you're talking about the teleradiology, when you're talking about the telerehabilitation, the dedicated solutions might be varying here. So, but we need to use the network as well as the services in the format. Okay. So when you look this kind of the availability options are available to use the telemedicine. So then using this technology and all those things, so we can have the we can build the telemedicine applications. So whenever you are looking for the telemedicine applications, so you will be looking for the already I told you what kind you will be dealing with the data. So the what kind of information, what type of informations you will be dealing with it. So this can be the audio, or it can be data. So it can be kind of the images, it can be video, it can be facts. So the different types of informations we'll be dealing on that. Okay. So that's what I was saying. If you're using the the ECG machine. So the ECG machine is going to give kind of a graphical representation. The data will be presenting. Okay. So if you are using the some the ultrasound, so it's going to give the short form of the video the informations. If you are using the radiology, so it's X-ray. Example X-ray if you are taking, so it's going to give the some kind of still images and everything. So what kind of informations you are going to deal with the telemedicine, that is very important. So the similarly types of communications and networking. So there are a lot of communications options are available. So that starting from the pod, the plain old telephone network. So ISDN, ATM, GSM. So everybody now we are using in the mobile phone the GSM technology. So like that, we have like a satellite, radio frequency, microwaves. So this all will comes into the types of communications. This we will be dealing in the next class in the detailed way. So now today we will be concentrating on the what kind of informations we are dealing. Okay. So similarly, we need to have the display systems. So what kind of display systems? There are analog, digital, laser, liquid crystals. So now we can say as the example again, I'll take as any display unit. So the starting from the televisions to the mobile phone. So we have the different level of the display system. So the LCD, LED, like that. Okay. So you need to understand. So what kind of display units you are going to use for for the telemedicine application. Similarly, so we need to look for the computations as well as the storage systems, because when we are transferring the information from the one location to another location, definitely you need to local storage, or you will be storing into the nodal center or in the reference center. So the storage system is requirement is there. Then human and organizational factors. So we'll be seeing in the later, and the legal aspects. So we saw in the last class also. Okay. So when you look for this kind of information, so we know that now we are having the information in the form of text, in the form of data, in the form of audio signal, in the form of still images, in the form of video signals. So when you have this informations, okay, so definitely we will be pushing all the information over the network, okay, to send from the one location to the another location. So how this is going to help you for the diagnosis purpose. So the physician will be getting, say example, the earlier cases, if the telemedicine we are not talking, so the face-to-face consultations will be happening. Okay. So they will be the physicians. So they will be they will be looking at the patients. They will be getting as a kind of the confirmations as based on the how the patient is behaving, and so the five sense they will be taking in the combination: sight, sound, touch, smell, and taste to assess the patient conditions. So this is in face-to-face consultations. When you come in telemedicine, okay, so all the informations will be taken from the kind of sensor networks. So they will be using the sensor. So the different sensors will be taken. So it will be used for the purpose of taking the all the information. So, okay, so this sensor is going to deal with the taking the data from the patients. So we can say as all the sensor data it's converted into the electrical impulse for the transmission. So, okay, so the once it's transmitted, so it will be reaching to the remote physicians, so in the referral centers. Okay, so from the nodal centers to the referral centers. So this kind of informations when you are sending, so they'll be evaluating. So based on the diagnosis, they'll be treating the patients also. Okay, so when you're sending all the this information, so we'll be say example the smell and taste. So this also can simulate into the electrical signals and all those things. So but this still in the experimental stages. But the primary data, so we are getting with the information like so what is the heart rate and all those things. So what is the temperature level. So this all can be taken. So this all informations again I'm telling this will come into the four types. So this is the major four types we have. So we will be getting as a text and data. So we'll be getting as a audio. We'll be getting as an image as well as a video. Okay, so when you deal with this kind of information, so how this can be used for the diagnosis, we need to know. Then when you're sending them the text image, say example, the text should have the kind of format. So the video image should have the format, audio signal should have the format, still image should have format. So that's the format is very, very important. So that is what we are going to see. So we need to follow the kind of the standards also. So we will discuss related to standards in the later stage. So right now you need to understand. So if we know if we are sending the some data, so the data different type we are going to deal here. So when you are dealing in the different data type, so we need to understand how is the file size. So, say example, the source we have here, right? The starting from the patient notes, electronic stethoscope, and the chest X-ray, and the the ultrasound recording. Okay, so the fetal ultrasound recording. So we have like if the patient wants to give some kind of notes, so they will be getting all the text information. So this can be taken as a text information. So this text information will comes under the less than 10 KB. If the electronic stethoscope they are using in the nodal center, so the audio signal, so through the electronic stethoscope, so the audio signal will be recorded. This audio signal will be shared to the reference center. So that comes around around 100 KB. So when they are coming for the still images, so it comes around 1 MB. If it is the continuous images, so the kind of recording, video recording, it comes as a 10 MB. So just imagine. So you need to know about the what kind of informations you are going to use for your application point of view. So how much the file size will be. So that is very, very important. So when you look for this, so you will be understanding that, so what is required for the particular applications of particular telemedicine applications. Okay. So we know that there are several applications point of view in the telemedicine we have. So further detail, if you understand, so when you want to go for the text and data, so you will be looking for the electronic documents, reports, so the medical records, the patient, the, personal information. So this all will be connected with the data. Okay, so this data will be you need to follow the either the ASCII or Unicode text. So and you need to have the kind of numerical information. So this all can be transmitted into the digital format and all this. So this is very, very important. So when you're using this text and data, so you'll be looking for the kind of notepad or the word pad or word processor. So the same simply we can say as a word processor. So this word processor will be used to get all the information, so that can be edited. So when you are converting for the registration and all the things, so that can be used. So we are you can use the database or some kind of spreadsheets programs. All those things can be taken. So this all informations where you will be recording, and you will be recording in the sense you will be writing and you will be editing if it is necessary. Then you will be transmitting all the information. Okay, so this you can make as an invariably read only also. So similarly, you have all the information, so that can be taken as a kind of format, the paper format. So then it can be taken for the digitization, and it can be transmission. So nowadays everybody we are using that. So any document we are using the kind of the scanner. So the scanner will be the applications will be installed in that. So they will be converting that paper format to the digitized one. So once if you are converting to the digitized one, easily it's possible for the transmission. So we are doing that. Everybody is doing day-to-day activities. Everybody we are doing that. We are scanning and we are sending to the others, whatever the documents requirements. So this is very, very important. So when you look for this information, so you will be converting for the different formats. So the text can be converted into the format. So you need to understand some format. If you are converting, it cannot be edited also. So sometimes you will be looking for the not editable, okay, format. You will be changing and you will be sending to that. So the similarly we have like the format, the textual informations needed before teleconsultation. So we'll be sending like all the documents by post, email, and we can get that. Okay. So similarly, we have like a audio signal. So till now we saw the text and data. So we have audio signals. So when you look for the audio signals, so this can be used with the again to get the information. So, okay, so for this we'll be using the kind of PSTN or POTS. So public switch telephone networks are the oldest stage they told the line old telephone systems. Okay, so when you look for this kind of the network, it's in the initial in the the long back they use as a plain old telephone systems. Nowadays no, nowadays it's everything is connected in a digitized way. So this old network, so telephone network is used to transmit the sound signal. So this is used to establish the connections between the remote locations. So it's used to have the remote diagnosis and all this. So when you use this kind of networks, all those things, so the quality and bandwidth of the uh, is seldom adequate for the medical applications and all those things. So then we use with the digital signals. So this also can be transmitted over the network. So when you are using this kind of transmission modes, so this can be covered the large distance without degradations also. Okay, so we can have the kind of implementation and the systems performance of that. Okay. So when you're using this with that, so you'll be looking for the kind of say example when you are acquiring the signal, so the audio signal. So the lot of signal processing techniques can be adopted here. So when you are using, so you can have the sampling of the signal and the quantizations. So it can be taken for the lot of signal processing process before it's a transmission. Okay, so when you're doing all those things, so you'll be looking for the kind of reducing the noise effects and all those things. So if you're reducing the noise effects and all those things, so that your signal quality will be good. So your required amount of signal, the quality will be maintained. It will be transmitted to the nodal center, to the reference center. So in the reference centers, they will see that only the required signal is available. Okay, so the noise is removed. So everything is removed there. So they will say example, the doctor wants to see the patient heartbeat. Okay, so they are using the digital stethoscope. So the external factors noise can be removed here. So they will be getting as only the original information. So that's the pre-processing you can do before transmission also. So to reduce the noise effects and everything. So this is the example for the audio. So when you have this audio signals and all those things, so we'll be using this is whatever I was saying in the earlier case. It's a normal procedure. So when you want to have the kind of extraordinary sound cards and all those things, so in the PC, so the dedicated slot will be there. So in the dedicated slot, so you'll be introducing the kind of special sound cards and all those things. So with that, so we'll be getting as a exact information what we want. Okay, so say example, when you are say somebody is interested in playing the video games and all those things, so they will be using the graphics card. So the dedicated, the slot will be with the graphical RAM and all those things. So like that, so we have the sound card, so which is going to have with the same PC itself. So when you are using that, so there is no need of any special equipments. So this can be used for them kind of telemedicine purpose. So similarly, we have like the audio cards when you are using. So we are using the ultrasound scanners and all those things. So sometimes we will be getting as a audio output directly from the different equipments and all those things. So through the ultrasound scanners we will be getting. Uh, so we know that all the PCs will be working in the most of the PCs will be working in the operating systems. So the Windows operating system or Ubuntu operating system. So this has the particular file formats. So the wave formats. So this wave format it's easy to for the transmission as well as the reception of the any files and others. So we have the different formats also. So that's sometimes if you are getting to the detailed way, so there are different format of files we have. So this wave format is for the easy transmission. For our application point of view, telemedicine, so this format will be used. So similarly, we have like a still images. So when you look for the still images, we need to look for the image quality. So this image quality should be higher level. Okay, so the quality should be high. So say example, when you're taking the picture of some object, so you look for to take the crystal clear. You need to have the you need to look for the exact picture should come. So it should not be any kind of shades or something, so the quality should be high. So people will be positioning the camera to take the exact pictures. Okay, so when you are looking for the image quality, this is going to give the size of the pixels. So how much the size of the pixels we have. Okay, so it's very important. Then the image and the number of gray or color levels. So what is the levels we have? So we have the different the format we have. So for the scanning devices and all those things. So charge coupled for photosensitive devices. So this all a lot of the options are there to take the pictures and all those things. So once the picture is captured, so then it will be digitized for the transmission purpose and all those things. Okay, so when you are giving the pictures, so you need to know about the pixel size, whether it's a smaller pixel size or more pixels. So when you look for this picture size, so it's going to give the kind of the resolutions also. So when you are expanding the pictures, so it will give you the when you're zooming in, so it will give you in the form of the smaller box or the square boxes in that way. Okay, so just imagine. So you need to have the higher resolution of the images, any images. So we have the different the scanners and all those things. So we have the flatbed scanners. So this works with the 1200 dots or pixels, we can say, per inch. Okay, so this comes with the size 1000 into 1200 pixels. So this is the you can say as the density, pixel density and others. Even when you are purchasing the mobile, so you'll be saying that pixel range. Okay, so even when you're working with the laptop, so you can fix the density. So 1000 into 1200 pixels. So 756 like that. Okay, so the pixel is very important. So when you want to get the very good images and others. So this each pixels will have this kind of a fixed numbers. So with it's going to give the kind of the gray level. So the gray level scales are RGB color. So we can have like up to 8 bits. So it's nothing but the 255 levels. Okay. So for the grayscale. So it comes it comes for the color, it comes with almost 24 bits. So it's coming as 16.77 million levels. So you just imagine whether your picture is going to be gray level or your picture is going to be in the color pictures. Okay, so the detailed information, so we need more information on that. Okay. So sometimes uh, the resolution of the images we need to talk. So when you are looking for the number of bits, it's very low. then both the images, whether the grayscale or color, so they lose the resolutions. That's very important. So for that, so say example in the medical telemedicine practice, if the resolution is less, then it will be a problem, right, for the diagnosis. So for that, so what they did is American College of Radiologists, ACR. So they have framed the kind of the protocol. So this when they are looking for the teleradiology images, so they'll be looking for the this 500 pixel cross 500 pixel cross 8-bit images. So, it should be must. So in the whether you are going for the small matrix or low resolution system, so this should digitize in the this limit. So they are fixing the limit. Okay, so that should be. So when you're looking for the large matrix or high resolution pictures, they should have the 2000 cross 2000 cross 12 bit. So this is very important. So the system requirement range is fixed here. Okay, so when you're looking for the low resolution, when you're looking for the high resolutions. Okay, so this is fixed by the kind of standards we'll be adapting. So when you are looking for the teleradiology, okay. So the when you're looking for the single image files and all those things, so we'll be getting as the resolutions. So based on the resolutions, so we'll be getting as the size of the files and all those things. Okay, so the standard is almost 250 kb. So when you look for the files at the high resolutions, definitely you'll be like a CT, MRI files and all those things. So you'll be getting as a the 4 MB files and all those. So this is almost a factor of 16 times small matrix size we will be getting. So this high resolution files we will be getting. So we have like always the radiologist wants to have the higher resolutions around this. So when you have like a higher resolutions files, so they'll be going for the full 24-bit color images. So they'll be looking for that detailed information. So then the image size will be increasing to the 12 MB files. So this is for the still images. So based on this one only, the people will be diagnosing. So they use this the images for the diagnosing purpose. Then they have like a video. So similarly, so we know that video is nothing but the continuous the still images and all those things. So we will be using this video input to the kind of video conferencing for the purpose connecting between the patient and doctors and all those things. So we'll be using this video conferencing unit. So when you are using the video conferencing unit, so this unit is going to connect for the both the end, the patient end as well as the referral doctor end. So they will be communicating. So they will be looking for the kind of the consultations through that. Okay. So we have like for this also we need to follow the formats. So for the looking for the video conferencing systems, so the National Television Standard Committee (NTSC), so they have like a the specific the criteria. So this should have like a kind of 525 lines per pictures and the frame rate for the 30 pictures per second. So say example, if the frame rate is reducing, then you will be getting as say example, you want to watch a video. So if the bandwidth is bandwidth is not there, bandwidth is low, so what will happen? Some buffering will take place, right? Like that. If the pictures the 30 pictures per second it should have, so that the frame rate will be good. So this is fixed by the National Television Standard Committee. Then they have like a the Europe and Australia, they have like a 625 lines per pictures and the frame is 25 pictures per per second. Okay, so you just imagine. So they will be fixing with this day. So this should give the 25 pictures per second. So then only you will be getting as a without any the delay, you will be getting as a motion pictures. So this is also it's a very very important when you look for the kind of the continuous videos and all this. Okay, so the France and Russia, so they have like the third systems sequential coagular memory. Okay, so this is also is used in the telemedicine sometimes. Okay, so when you're using the televisions, so definitely the televisions receivers and video receivers will be positioned to convert the signal from the one standard to the other standards and others. So for this kind of information, so we need to adopt the common the format. Okay, so the common intermediate format. So the SIF format is introduced to provide the kind of compatibility. Okay, so this format is used. So this is used for the 28 lines per pictures at 30 pictures per second. Okay, so this is a SIF format. So this is also used. So it's going to give the lower resolutions and all those things. So when you're using with this kind of the, data,